students, moving on with the topic of response surface methodology. Now we would be taking one example to make things more clear to you. This study was done by McDaniel in 1976. They aimed their study towards the optimization of the antibiotic candidate with the help of two sources, soybean meal and cellulose. So they plotted the responses by taking different combination of these two nutrients or variables. Then, like we did in the contour plots, they made the curve joining the points giving the same response. So such a curve was obtained. Now from this curve we can see that the maximum yield of candidate was obtained in this area, 1400. Now if we see the concentration of the variables soybean and cellulose, so we can infer that soybean 3.2% approximately and cellulose 6.2% was giving the maximum yield of this metabolite candidate. So this example has made clear the application of response surface methodology. Now, but there was some drawback with this technique. The drawback was that number of experiments was still very much. When we scale up, we use large fermenters, so a lot of media we have to prepare, making the process more costly. Then the researchers thought of some other way to minimize the number of experiments in order to optimize the media for the particular metabolite. Now the other method was called as simplex search method. Simplex search method. In this method, they did not plot the response, but they just plotted the concentration of the variables. So here we will take an example to demonstrate the method. Nitrogen source, concentration on the y-axis, and carbon source concentration on the x-axis. So here the difference was that here in this area we are not plotting the response, but we are plotting the value or the concentration of the variables that we select. Here in this case nitrogen source and carbon source. Now the first value A was taken on the basis of the present condition. I told you earlier we have to review the literature to see what all work has already been done on the particular topic that you want to pursue. So that is review of literature. Based on the review of literature, if there was some literature existing and which was giving the best yield of suppose antibiotic that you want to, for which you want to optimize the media. So if the present value which is giving the maximum yield up till now, जितनी research हो चुकी है, that is the point A. Then the other set of experiment is taken up with the help of this value A. So in this case, we take a value B assume some value regarding nitrogen and carbon source to give a point B. Then we move from the point A in another that AB is equal to AC and giving a sort of equilateral triangle. So now we have three set of experiments, A, B and C. Then by keeping the combination of carbon and hydrogen source with the values A and B and C, we assay the yield of the antibiotic. Okay. So suppose B is giving the very good effect on the antibiotic production, whereas A is the worst. So then we plan another set of experiment using these values. We move from A through this point BC. This is the median point. This is the distance X. We keep this distance same and then we choose a point D. We choose a point D in such a way that BD is equal to DC. So such a polyhedral figure is called as a simplex. This is a simplex in the form of a polyhedron having two equilateral triangles. Then we measure the response of D. Okay. So it might be that D is not giving a very optimal concentration of the antibiotic. So we can repeat this procedure further. We can move in this direction in a crab-wise manner. So how? We will see. So again we are drawing the plot having the carbon source and the nitrogen source. We have done till here A, B, C and D. Then we have to move in a crab-wise manner. Like here is the point B, then it will go up, F, then it will come down, G, H, I. So, somewhat like this we are going to get. Now, so we are moving in all these are equal. This is movement in a crab-wise manner. Now we keep doing this until the optimal concentration of the antibiotic is achieved. Now how we decide that the optimum has been reached? Optimum is reached when the values which we are taking is no longer giving a good response, but the response is decreasing. So in that case, these simplex will turn and overlap with the older one like this. Now the simplex is turning and overlapping. This means that the optimum level reached. Because now we can, the increase in the nitrogen and carbon source is no longer giving an increase in the yield of the antibiotic. So it's not that you keep on increasing the substrate and the yield will increase, because sometimes some of the substrate may have a repressive effect also on the production. So when the reverse effect is being achieved, that means your still optimum, this is the optimum level. You cannot go beyond that, because now the simplex is beginning to overlap the older one. Now to check whether some of the low concentration might be enhancing the level, then the second most point which was giving the least concentration is chosen. The second least concentration is chosen, and an equilateral triangle opposite to the second least simplex is drawn to to see whether the response is good or not. So this is the methodology in which the number of experiments has been reduced. So for optimizing n variables, we are just having n plus 1 experiment. So the simplex search method reduces the number of experiments and gives good results.